And all these bad bitches, man, they want the, baby, I see. Oh, God.
Alright guys, it's been a while since I've done a video. I've been pretty busy. Well, at least I would like to think I am. But anyways, last time I made a video was probably like 3 or 4 months ago. And I'm still working at the same agency that I've been working at. For random reasons, I couldn't make videos there. Mostly because I read the handbook and I'm not supposed to be like showing certain things, so that's the main reason why I stopped doing videos. But I have some good news. The good news is that I just got I'm gonna be getting a new studio. So right now, the studio that I'm currently in right now, this one is with my friend, and although I was letting her mostly borrow the gear, I think it is time for me to get my own studio, just so that I have like that own drive and like that I'm putting like my own money. There's just something about that changes things for me. And so I think it's a really important push for me. So that's why I'm taking this risk. And I wouldn't be able to take this risk if it wasn't for my wife. So Emma, I really want to thank you for being so supportive in everything that I do. And you've just been so faithful with me just this whole journey of, 3 years ago, I bought my first A7 III, and at that time and point, buying a camera for $2,000 was crazy to me. And I actually had gotten a loan out of it. And it took me forever to pay off that loan, but look, like 3 years have passed, and now I'm about to get my own studio. And it's just, for me, it's just mostly taking those risks. And I am religious. I do believe in Jesus. And, I really do think that God calls us to just be who we are supposed to be who we are created to be. And I really do think work is a part of that. So I'm just taking risks in investments on getting a studio, and I'm really excited about that. I'm also scared. It's a lot of money, but again, thank you to my wife. She's gonna be taking care of the rent for the next 3 months. If I have any leftover money, I will help her out. But other than that, she's been like super supportive, and so I wouldn't be where I am at without you, Emma. And so I thank you so much for believing in me like God believes in me. Aside from that, I guess I just mostly want to just talk about my emotions, to be honest, just because, this is such a big milestone in my life that like I just know that I'm never going to get this part of my life back, and I'm expecting great things, to be honest, out of just having this studio. Luckily, I was able to talk to the landlord, and I'll potentially be able to put it on Peerspace. And there's so many things this means to me. It means potentially getting like clients. It means potentially being able to rent out the studio. It means potentially to just be able to make music. I made a little song about it, but I'm probably gonna release that later, the day of that I sign the papers, which is tomorrow. But just talking more and more about it to the camera, like I really have nothing to fear. Like I have nothing to lose by renting out the studio. Like it's only a win. And so it's a calculated risk, and I think it's really worth it. Like earlier today, I was getting like very sentimental, very sad. But I don't know why, like right now as I'm filming this, like I feel so confident. Like I feel so free because, we live in a small duplex, and sometimes I don't really have like that space to just think creatively or to create without restrictions, without worrying about like the cat or worrying about Emma or worrying about like all the things that I have to do at home, like right now just talking straight to the camera, like it feels great, having that safe space, to just be you and to create without really thinking, and it's just so nice. And in return, what I really do want to do is I want to help out other creatives, to be honest, through my journey of YouTube, through my journey of finding potentially more clients, through my journey of just figuring out how Peerspace works. And that's just something that I've really been looking forward to since I started my new job. And this next part, I just want to go ahead and thank you to all my mentors, especially Belief. He is the one that got me into video. And, initially I didn't want to do video at all. I was like, man, fuck video, fuck photos, like all this other shit. I just wanted to focus on music. But, I've been more successful with video and photography than I have with music. And I owe it a lot to him, and so I just want to thank you for encouraging me to just go to this position of my life. And, I'm still climbing the ranks for that. And, yeah, like I thank you so much. But aside from that, like, I feel like things are barely just starting, It's been 3 years of just learning video and photography. And I just feel like the great things are about to come. There's a lot of unknowns that I'm scared of, potentially falling behind on the rent. And these are all just hypotheticals, but it's scary, even if you do have the money, like, it's still scary. Like, I thought having money would take away certain fears, but it hasn't, and so I guess I'm still not at that part of my life of where like I have the specific income coming in my way, or doing it the way that I want, or earning the money the way that I want, essentially. And so I'm still figuring that aspect out, and it's okay to not know. It's okay to do things differently. It's okay to not compare yourself to other people's success, because everyone's path is just different, especially mine. Like, there's people that I know where I started music with that are, comfortably making money off of music now, and we come from the same city, and sometimes it hurts, but I'd rather have it my way, just because it's just my way, like, I struggled through it through my own way. I had to figure things out on my own way, and that's not always easy, especially not having a dad, like, having that person that you want to reach out to all the time and just be like, hey, like, direct me in the right direction. Like, where do I go? What decisions do I make? I don't necessarily have that person in my life, and I don't think my dad has been in that position of his life. And so I feel like I got to do things differently. I got to figure out things my way, Sometimes it feels very lonely, It feels very lonely taking these risks and just not knowing what's going to come out of it. Sometimes it's just being scared, of like failing my wife, in the sense of she's making these sacrifices and she doesn't get a return, like, there's these like little things in my head that I just say to myself, but I know that, and part of it is my faith in God, that like nothing is going to satisfy me or nothing's going to satisfy her other than God himself, and it's the same for me. And so knowing that, I'm able to take these risks. If I fail, I know that God has it in his hands, if I take a loss from this, and that's fine, like for me, it's just more of just going through the journey, and sometimes it's not fun. I do like things to happen on my own schedule, on my own timing, but the hell with that, like enjoy life, to be honest. And, I look forward to next year, to meeting more creatives, to, just helping people, giving people a couple of pointers with just like video photography, lighting, maybe like some sort of like social media engagement, and also just encouraging people. And maybe even, again, I'm still working some of these details out, but I want to have people over and just have like podcasts and talk to people, just about life, their struggles, what they've been through, and their successes, and just how they made things happen, and just their origin story. And so, yeah, I think that's all I really have to say today. Do look forward to dropping a song soon. It's just a verse, but it just talks about this specific aspect of my life. I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and make a full song out of it, but I think it'd be cool if I invited some artists, to come make a song with me. And like, I don't know, this will be the return of me doing music. It all really depends on the artist and who I vibe with and who I don't vibe with. And just people like hustling, like I can't have freeloaders up in here, like you gotta be making moves, otherwise like where the fuck are we going, if you're not making moves? And so I'm just really, really excited for that. As I exit this video, I am gonna pray for tomorrow, for Miriam, who I'm gonna be meeting. She's the landlord, and yeah. Again, I'm not very openly Christian or God related with like a lot of these things, but this to me is a really big milestone that's gonna change my life, to be honest. And I gotta thank God, to be honest. Yeah, let's just go into a quick word of prayer, and yeah. And also, randomly, I just forgot, thank you, Brandon Esparza, just for teaching me a lot of stuff about PureSpace and how to potentially make money. That helped out a lot. I appreciate that. And he's a Christian, so to me, that's just crazy that like I met a Christian person through YouTube randomly, just wanting to lease a building, and he had some of the answers that I had questions to. And so I just want to thank you, God, for that, for Brandon, and just seeing the success of his business. And I want to essentially replicate some of the same. God, I just feel this like peace and joy in my heart that I've struggled for so long, that I sacrificed for so long, just working for Amazon, and just first couple of years of my marriage, God, and just being always tired and trying to find something else. And then you gave me this job with my first video and photography company that I started working for, and I just thank them for everything that they taught me. Even though they were a little crazy, I learned a lot from them, and I just been able to use them as stepping stones, not knowing that that's what it was, God. And I learned so much, God, and I just thank you for that. I thank you for the air that you let us breathe. I thank you for all the ideas that you give me in my head. God, I ask that you give me the ability to execute on every single thing that I'm thinking about. Music, entrepreneur wise, and just everything, God. Thank you so much. As Emma was pointing this out earlier today, she was saying how she's been able to help me, and how it's a reflection of God, and how God is 3 in 1. The Trinity is just helping each other out to fulfill the Father's glory, to fulfill the Son's glory, to fulfill the Holy Spirit's glory, God. And I really do see that in our marriage, God. I just thank you so much for that, for her being so supportive just all these years, God, when I had nothing. When my car broke down and I couldn't drive and she would come and pick me up, like, I had nothing. I had nothing. And now I have some things, God, but you can give it or take it away. Anytime. You can give and take it away. Just like that. And I just thank you that you made me the way that I am. Thank you so much for making me who I am, God. And I pray that people will see you in me, God. And I know there's a lot of ways I gotta work in, particularly loving others. But yeah, God, thank you so much for everything. Thank you. Alright, guys, I don't think I'm gonna cut a lot of this video, and the main reason is because I want, this moment is for me, and I want to have that on my YouTube channel so that I can go and look back at it. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Hopefully you guys liked the video. Yeah, that's it. Peace, guys.